Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Pearson Podcast, episode 25, which is in fact the age I'm going to be turning this year. Pretty crazy because I was thinking about basically, you saw the title. This episode's going to be dedicated to things that I wish school taught me. I graduated in the year 2015. And I kind of wanted to just share. So I've been graduated for this year's the 6th year. That is crazy to think right there. I mean, really. I mean, I guess a lot has happened. It's very weird. It's it's literally felt, me personally, like it's almost like two separate lives. My senior high school and before life, and when I graduated till now life, they're just so completely different. And it's just crazy to think that I've been graduated for 6 years, just because it feels like it hasn't been long. But then again, I think about it, and all of kind of the biggest things in my life, and some of the most fun things I've done have been in these 6 years. um, it's just, and obviously there was 18 years leading up to that, and I had a great childhood, an amazing childhood. But I think I'm getting a little off topic here. I don't know. I got in my feels there thinking about it, because it's pretty intense. Thinking that it's been that long. But basically, so yeah, I have 6 years of real life experience, and thought I'd share with you some things just off the dome. Yes, I probably should have prepared, but it's basically, these are things that I homeschool my little brother, and he is 14. He's going to be 15 this year, and so it kind of a constant the constant teaching him stuff is kind of always keeping me in the mindset of what I wish I learned in high school, or school in general. What I wish that taught me. So before I get into that, I'll get into a kind of a fun story that I wanted to share that I didn't know how to implement into an episode. So I'll share it here. And it has nothing to do with high school, but it'll be a quick segment. So basically, me and my friends, we had kind of a posse where we'd have, I don't know, 4 guys, including me, 4, 5, 6 guys, basically everywhere we rolled. And none of us had a crazy amount of money, but basically that has nothing to do with anything. Basically, we found this McDonald's app, just the regular McDonald's app that anybody can buy, and you get deals whatever on there. And I think this was about probably 4 or 5 years ago. We, I don't know who found this out. I believe it was me, but I don't fully want to take the credit, just in case it wasn't me, or it was combined people or whatever. But basically, I found out you could download the app, create an account. It asked for email and password. And the important thing is that you did not need to verify the account. You put in a random email and a random password, and it made the account. And then with each free account, you get one free, what we always did is a buttermilk crispy chicken sandwich. And I think there were other things you could choose from, but we always did the buttermilk crispy chicken. So, and that's like a $5 sandwich. So what we'd all do, all 4, 5, 6 of us, download the thing, make an account, and get the coupon. And no joke, we did that probably at least 50 times, probably 80 times. It could have been more, and obviously it could have been less. We did that for months. And honestly, they eventually fixed it, but, and yes, that's taking advantage of the system, but heck, it was, and this is all in Minecraft. If you're wondering, and if you're a lawyer, this is in Minecraft, not in real life. Let me take a drink of this. Perfect accuracy. So basically, this is in Minecraft, not in real life. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah, quick story is done. And well, actually, a quick addition to that is, it'd be funny because it's like the people from McDonald's knew in the Minecraft server, they knew us. They would see us. Oh, there's the guy, buttermilk crispy chicken sandwich. Because at first, it was like, wait, what? They didn't know. They scanned it and it came up. But after a while, they all knew exactly what we were doing, and it was fun. But they fixed it. So that was fun. Let's get into some juice about what I wish I learned in school. Now, me and Josiah have talked about this in the meat locker or maybe it was, whatever. We were trying to think back. What is one thing that you learned from school? And I challenge you guys to think of this as well. What is one thing you can recall right now that you learned about in school? And obviously it's going to be different. Some people have things where they just instantly think back to this, but thinks back to this one thing, two thing, three things, but I really doubt you're going to be thinking of more than a few things. And I think that's silly, for one. But me and Josiah couldn't think of one thing. Like, not one thing. That we actually learned from teachers. Obviously, there were technical classes where we would do our own thing, like graphic design, film, and stuff like that. But, so I'm not technically counting those, even though I should. Because it's kind of like, some class that you care deeply about and you like about the subject, you're going to be more inclined to, think about it. And say you want to grow up as a chemist, you're probably going to retain a lot more of the information if you take chemistry. Now, if I'm thinking back to, reading, writing, math, chemistry, science, blah, 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 all that stuff, I remember Jack. I do not remember Jack Diddley Squat. And I think that's silly. I really do. That's just, I wanted to touch on that. So basically, one thing that I will say that I greatly benefited from K through 12 is social interaction. I knew how to make friends, how to keep friends, and things like that. Although I didn't really figure out how to communicate with adults, because when I got my first job my first job was actually a cashier at Home Depot, and then I worked in the lot, like grabbing carts and helping people load and whatnot. But that, I rarely talk to people, because the lot worker, you don't talk to anyone really. And the cashier, I'd be working there 10 hours a day, and I'd literally get 14 customers the whole day. Like, it was, if that. That was a good day. It was so bad. So bad. So yeah, I was like, I'm going to go out to the lot, because this is terrible. But there, I don't really count as building social interaction because I just didn't talk to like anybody. Um, so my next job was at a busser at a restaurant, and there I really learned how to communicate with adults and even just people I didn't know, peers, just not awkwardly. For whatever reason, I realized I was very awkward, um, and yeah, that helped a lot, and a huge. I mean, someone that just completely changed the game for me was my old boss, Wax, um, Jeremiah Watson. It just completely changed the game for me. Um, he's an amazing person, and he really got me to come out of my shell, so to speak. Um, and yeah, I'll always thank him for that. Um, and and so yeah, the social aspect and friend aspect of school was huge. And that's something that I really need to think about how I'm going to implement it into distos, which is what my little brother and I call homeschooling. Distos. Um, he came up with the name probably because it sounds like dildos, but mainly we came up with the name because we didn't want to call it homeschool because, he went through all this school and the word school and homework and work and do and class and teacher and all these things, all these words that are associated with school are so scarring to him, that as soon as anything is brought up like that, like we can do the same work. We can do, a assignment and not call it a assignment, and he'll enjoy doing it. But if we did the exact same thing and I declared it as an assignment, he would instantly get into this mood where he just doesn't want to be here and isn't liking it because it instantly brings him back to what school was. And so yeah, that's why we call it distos, and I don't use those kind of words. Um, so excuse me. Um, so yeah, that's basically the only thing that I got good out of school. I mean, I got a lot more, but overall, it was incredibly stressful. I mean, it was. I think still to this day, not almost not graduating from high school because of this bullcrap summer class that I think I've got into in the past. Almost not graduating from high school because of that, and like all this, that was the most stressful time of my life, which is like, huh? Why should this rinky dinky high school diploma be so impactful on a growing person? And it's like, come to think of it, I mean, in all these jobs that I've gotten, I could have just put high school diploma, graduated 2015. Nobody's asked me for like a diploma or asked me like, so where did you go to high school and what were your grades in high school? You can apply to any job and put that down. Obviously you'd be lying and it's probably against the law or something, but um, it just doesn't, it just is not as big of a deal as people put on you. And it's like, and it is, and to someone that truly cares and wants to, what's the word, wants to uh, not perform, but wants to make their parents proud, and them wanting me to do so well in school, and me just school not working, even though I'm working so hard. My brain's just not working, with the classroom, and it's like so much stress, and I'm like, it's disheartening, it's stressful, it's anxiety inducing, it's not fun. But I got through it, and I'm pretty okay now. But the things that I'm not okay in, or man, not okay, but could be a lot more better in, is what I'll get into right now. So, one, they should teach you how to communicate with adults and communicate with people, have relationships, healthy relationships. I mean, heck, I mean, there should definitely be more of some sort of a sex ed class. I had that in 6th grade, and then never again. Like, in 6th grade, you're like, and like when you're actually wanting to learn about it, they don't even mention it. There's health class in high school, and you talk about CPR and pregnancy and stuff like that, but I don't think we ever talked about the juicy stuff. Like, I mean, there's a heck of a lot that you just kind of have to, like a Spartan, just be thrown into the woods and kill a wolf and bring back its hide. So, you know what I mean? And some people don't make it. Some people, that wolf just eats them. This analogy has gone away from me, but I think you can follow. Um, so, yeah, I mean, healthy relationships and just being able to communicate socially, I think, are absolutely huge. And yes, I don't think it can be, neither of those things can be fully taught without being thrown into the forest, so to speak. But if you're thrown into the forest without a spear, then it's a lot harder. And that's what it seemed like for me. If you go through the classes, if they really taught you in depth about how to have a healthy relationship, how to talk to people and communicate your ideas well, in turn they're gearing you up, giving you the spear to be able to be thrown into the forest, the world, when you graduate. So, I mean, I think that's just, and I think this analogy goes well with basically everything I'll touch on. Next thing being a budget, learning how to manage your finances. Two things in the finance world: taxes and budgeting. Taxes, it's like, I literally, I didn't even put together that when you bought stuff, the taxes were not even for the store, they were for the store to give. I still don't even know what it is, but I know who gets it, the IRS or whatever. And I'm honestly not even for sure about that. But the tax people get the tax. I mean, that's how dumb I sound right now because they didn't even teach us anything about it. Um, but I thought when you go to, whatever, Walmart, you buy something for $6, it comes out to $6.43 or whatever. I thought that extra $43 and 43 cents in tax went to Walmart just as a whatever. Just, oh, it's tax. Just pay us a little bit extra. That's what I thought it was. So I was like, weird. But now I know the tax goes back into the world and paying for schools and police and all that good stuff. Um, yeah. So, um, and then budgeting. It's, oh, okay, so with doing your taxes, for one, I mean, you know, uh, your W-2s and your W-4s and your 3s and your 5 and your 6s. I mean, like filling all those out. I mean, literally, it looks like like when you look at a W-2 or 4 form, whatever it is, you look like you're looking at a circuit board. Like you pulled it out of your computer and it's a chip or something. Like, I don't even know if these are words. Like, it's so confusing. And the terminology they use is so, like, it's like I need a Google Translator English to regular English, like government English to regular English. It's like, it's so, I mean, plus with my dyslexia and ADD or whatever, it's like, especially the dyslexia, it's just like, it makes it so hard to understand. And I have to read it so many times. Let's hope I'm recording. Thank the Lord. And it's like, I don't know. It's insane to me. I mean, look, thank God, obviously, TurboTax and things like that exist. Because if not, I mean, I don't even know what I would do. Just live off the grid. But and then and that's just one thing. And like, and budgeting. Budgeting and really kind of demonstrating how hard it is to get money and the importance of saving money with a budget, or if you get a lump sum of money somehow, how important it is to just save some of that. I mean, really, it blows my mind. Those frickin' idiots don't teach you anything you need to know. But let's get back on the fun stuff. Sorry, I get heated because, I mean, it really does make me mad. K through 12 didn't learn jack diddly darn about really anything that I honestly feel like I was thrown into the forest without a spear. That's how I felt. That's how I feel. And I know I'm a certain type of person. Heck, I'm talking about, getting a $50,000 boxable house and, living on my parents' land for the rest of my life. I don't care. Sounds great to me. And just working for myself, low stress, that's me. I realize I am, a unique person. I do. I really do. And that makes, life very difficult in some aspects, most aspects, almost all. But makes it whatever. So yeah, I just feel like I was thrown into this ding-dong world after I graduated without a spear, without even a leaf to cover my junk. Like, nothing. Naked and afraid. And the only thing that kept me alive is my friends and my family. God bless. But school only did help me with one of those, and that's friends. And come to think of it, I made those friends barely even in school. Well, I met Josiah in 8th grade class, but whatever. You see what I'm trying to say. Sorry. So budgeting. I mean, the importance of knowing you get, say you get $1,000 a week and you have $500 in expenses. You need to know that you can't spend more than $500 in that week, or else you won't be able to spend. You won't be able to pay off your bills or some crap like that. And it's like, and basically how I've been living is you spend, and hopefully you're not spending all your money, and just live your life and don't really think about it, and realize one day you're out of money and get really stressed out and get really depressed, and it's a difficult thing. But now I basically, just because, I mean, it's even more difficult, well, not more difficult now, but in some ways it is, because I'm self-employed. So I don't have a set income. um, so I can't say, okay, well, I'm getting $1,000 a week, I have this much in expenses, I know how much I have expenses. um, Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. I know how much I have in expenses, but I do not know how much I have coming in every week or month or whatever. So in turn, what I have to do is a couple things. One, not frivolously spend. Two, try and save basically every ding dong dollar I get, which is very difficult for me. Oh yeah, speaking of, quick side thing. It's prime time on Amazon for the next few days. Prime days, what Prime Week, whatever it's called, where it's like crazy deals. So I'm in the. I was looking for a mattress. Right. Let me make sure I'm recording. That's what I like to see. So I was looking for a mattress, because with me, and this is basically all what I've realized in my life, is I will go, say I'm doing something, I will go to the absolute limit and not realize it's a problem, and then only realize it's a problem when I'm way too in it. And that's a real thing right there. That is me. I will not realize it's a problem until I'm balls deep, and then I'm in it, and I don't have like the ability to say, okay, this is progressing, it's getting like this, maybe in a month it's going to be like this, maybe I should think about this factor, blah blah blah. I don't do that. I think it's because I live day by day or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's, and I don't even know why. Oh yeah, it's because my bed. I slept on it for a long time, and honestly, I probably should have realized that it wasn't good for me. But now I'm realizing I wake up every night and my spine is in the shape of, you know, a candy cane or something. It's like, and because usually I've got back problems. Blah, 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 I got back problems. Talk about every single ding dong podcast. I'm working on it. I'm trying to build armor onto my blubber. So, working on it. But usually I would have a hard day, my back hurts, go to sleep, wake up, back is fine. But now, have a hard day, my back hurts, go to sleep, wake up, my back hurts again. So, yeah. So, yeah, but basically it got to the point where I would sleep and um, and I wake up, and obviously what I just said, my back hurts. So now I'm like, well, shoot, I gotta get a new mattress pronto. So that is what I'm doing. So basically, yesterday I was talking to my parents, about getting a new mattress and just seeing if they had any ideas of which ones to get or whatever. And they, we found this one. It was like $270. I'm like, sure, that sounds fine. I don't want to spend a crazy amount on some mattress, especially because the one I had right here, I think it was like $180 or some crap, and it's lasted me since high school. So I don't think I need to go crazy on this mattress. You know what I mean? But yeah, saw one for $270. I'm like, great. And then my dad, luckily, was like, Prime Day, or I don't know what it's called. Prime. I'm just gonna call it Prime Day. Prime Week. Prime Week is tomorrow. And we were all like, oh, great. Okay, we definitely have to save it for tomorrow. So then we looked on Amazon. It starts at midnight that night. And luckily, I randomly woke up. Well, it wasn't random. It was because, someone was at 1 a.m. I woke up to banging. And I'm like, it's probably my brother doing freaking handstands or somersaults in the freaking room or some crap. I'm like, ugh. But I woke up at 1 a.m. and then a light bulb. Prime Week. Go onto there, look at the mattress that I had in the cart, because initially we were going to see if the mattress I had in the cart discounted from Prime Week, and it wasn't. But I found a mattress that was regularly $350 for $150. And I was like, huh? So, cha-ching, boom, got that baby. And then got a frame, because right now it's just chilling on the floor, my mattress. And it's been like that ever since high school. And I actually kind of like it. I don't know. I think I first saw it because I first saw my cousin in Arizona. She had it like that. And I always thought it was so cool. Just having it on the floor. It almost makes it seem like the room is bigger, but I don't know. But now I kind of want to elevate it, and especially because I can put crap under there. Um, so yeah, I'm getting a frame, and the frame regularly, I'm rounding up as well. It's like regularly like $200, got it for $80. So I'm like cha-ching. So basically, if you add those together, I basically got a better mattress and an extra item plus $50, as opposed to spending the $270 on a $270 mattress. Come on. So yeah, I don't know why that popped up into my head, and I don't, why did that come up? What were we talking about? Learning in high school that would come up. Honestly, I think I'm gonna wrap it up with this last thing. Last thing, and this isn't very serious, but it's still something that I think they should have mentioned. I got called in for jury duty a few years ago, and and I I get a lot of mail, spam mail, that I ignore, and rightfully so ignore. And I couldn't do it the jury duty on those days, so I ignored it. I honestly don't even know if I ignored it or just forgot about it or what. And then, like a year later, I told my parents, I'm like, yeah, I've got jury duty before. I just didn't go or whatever. And they're like, oh, that's illegal. I'm like, huh? Like, what? Like, I would have went too. I would have went because I wanted to go, but it's like I had no idea something like that was illegal. It's like insane. Jury duty. It's like, and in school, not a mention, not a mention. But I do know how much poison can kill an infant, and a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And by the way, I don't, but that's something that we learned about in chemistry. And I'm like, yeah, let's learn about this when we can learn about that. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really am trying to make these longer. It seems like it's been an hour, but it's probably like 23 minutes or some crap like that. And that was a guess. When I was checking if I was still recording, I was not looking at the time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, I'm trying to make them at least an hour. I really am, but it's difficult when it's all me and my lonesome. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for new podcasts every single Dog Day. Little thing, Leavenworth. A new travel vlog is coming soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for a new podcast every Monday. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment anything you want. Peace.